Hey, I'm Helen. I'm here with Ashley, and we're going to go through a 3-minute pose breakdown with you today that might be longer than 3 minutes, and if so, we'll split it up into a couple of different videos. This is going to be handstand. This is a pose that everybody loves to try. It's a really fun pose. It feels really good when you get it, but it's also one that if you're not strong enough or doing it improperly and not aligned correctly, you could really hurt yourself. So Ashley's going to help me show you the right way to do it. In Sanskrit, handstand is Adho Mukha Vrikshasana, which is actually a downward facing tree. So interestingly enough, we're doing downward facing tree. So I'll have Ashley stand up. And one of the first things I like to do when I'm teaching handstand is have people stand with their arms over their head. So imagine you're just standing in a mountain pose with your arms up, and then turn to this side for me. Nice. So when you get to your handstand, eventually you want to look like this, but of course upside down on your hands. So think of stacking all of your joints and then look up between your hands. So she's going to feel what that feels like. Think of pulling your shoulders down your back, nice and strong arms. Nice, and then you can release. People will tell you to get into a handstand, to have the right strength, you need to be able to hold a plank or a down dog for 5 minutes. Let's see your plank. I won't make you hold it for 5 minutes. That's a really long time. But the reason for this is so that you can make sure that you're strong enough in your arms, in your shoulders, and in your back and your core, and you're not dumping. So if you notice in some people's planks, drop your belly a little bit, and then maybe, yeah. So if she's doing this and she's not strong enough to hold herself up, she's gonna have a really hard time in handstand. So lift your butt, come back to a nice strong plank, play with that, see what you feel like, and then press up and back to downward facing dog for me. Same thing, here in down dog, you're going to be able to move your shoulders out of your ears, really strengthen the muscles in your back. Press into your fingers. That's the same kind of idea you want to do in your handstand. So this is a good prep pose as well. Awesome. So let's take your right foot, actually let's take your left foot forward, kind of right behind your hands, maybe about halfway. So my favorite way to start into a handstand is from a mini down dog split. So you can bring your hands a little bit more forward and then reach your right leg up to the sky. So the key here is you're using your hands. So that's a big part of handstand. Really spread your fingers wide and press into your fingertips. If you tend to dump into your wrists, that's gonna hurt. If you need to release your leg, you can. So really spread out. Yeah, and then you're gonna lean a little bit forward when you're ready to go up. So the idea is that your shoulders go a little bit past your wrists eventually so that you can stack everything and look in front of your hands. My trick is to look way far forward to start, and then eventually you can kind of slide it back and maybe even look back. So we'll try some little hops. Reach your right leg up to the sky, engage your core, stay really strong with your leg. I'm just gonna let you hop. It's okay if you don't go all the way up. Nice, a couple of times like that. Really engage your core, press into your fingers. One more. Awesome, take a down dog or a child's pose. So a couple different ways you can play with that. Like Ashley was doing with one leg up, I like to try with one knee bent into my chest so it's more of a tiger pose, and that forces you to engage your core. And then you can also try it with your legs straight and imagine that your feet are attached by a string so that as you reach one leg up, the other leg follows and you're not doing a big kick, ton of momentum. So we'll switch legs, bring your right foot forward, and then I'll spot you on this one. So she's gonna lean forward over her hands, reach her left leg to the sky, start with your right knee into your chest like a little tiger. Press into your hands, hop it up. Nice. And then once she finds balance here, if she does, she's gonna start to reach her other leg to the sky. Really squeeze her inner thighs together so she's engaged through her legs, ribs in. Nice, Ashley, breathe, that helps. Awesome, and then as you're ready, come back down. So we'll try that one more time with legs straight. So think of an L with your legs in the air. You're gonna reach your left leg up to the sky, just let your right leg follow. If you have a friend to spot, this is really awesome. Lean forward, press into your fingers. Nice, and then try to drop your right leg down into an L. Awesome. So she can maybe hover here. Maybe try that a couple more times. That's an awkward one, but it's a good one to kind of feel your balance over your hands and not take everything all the way over. Yeah, a couple more times. Hop it up like that. See how she can float. One more. Yeah, beautiful. And then release. So I like to be warm enough to do handstand that I feel strong enough. Feel free to take a child's pose or a down dog, Ashley. But not so warm that you're exhausted. If you try and do your handstand at the end of class, you may find that your arms kind of collapse on you and then you just dump into the ground. If you're not super flexible, it's great to do it in front of a wall so that you don't fall all the way over. But if you can do a back bend, don't be shy to fall all the way over into a back bend. That'll help you kind of get over the fear. You can also use a wall to practice any handstand or inversions, but with a wall I do find that you tend to get comfortable kicking into the wall, so it's nice to practice outside in the grass, not using a wall, just start to find your own place of balance. Feels good?
Yeah.
All right. Good. That was handstand. Yeah, it's super fun. Keep practicing. Subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. We post new ones every week.